Okay, now we're going to read A Sari for Ammi, a story by Mamta Naini, pictures by Sandhya Prabhat. A Sari for Ammi. The buffalo have all had a good wash in the village pond and have now gone to sleep. My sister, Sadaf, is dozing off too. There's Sadaf dozing off. And here's the buffalo. Abba, my dad, is busy doing what he does in the afternoons, dyeing the threads. There's Abba dyeing the threads. Look at all these beautiful threads they're dyeing. And Ammi, my mom, is doing what she does best, weaving at the loom. Here's Ammi weaving at the loom. Ammi weaves the most wonderful saris in the world in pinks and yellows and greens with prints of mangoes, peacocks, birds, leaves, and flowers. Ammi says that we have been making these saris for a long time. She tells us that long ago our great great grandparents used to live in Mysore. I don't know where that is, but I will ask Ammi and tell you later. Mysore is near Bangalore. Mama's been to Mysore. Then one day, the king of Kota called many weaver families here. And since we have been living in our small village in Kaun in Kota. Ammi, Abba, Sadaf, and I, all of us work on the saris. Abba dyes the threads bright colors and Ammi does the weaving. Sadaf and I help her. Ammi's fingers move to the click-clack sound of the loom as if flying in air. Sometimes it takes months for her to just make one sari. Look at them making this beautiful sari. Yeah. Abba goes to the hearth to sell the saris. Sometimes Ammi also goes with him. Ammi makes so many saris, but she doesn't wear any of them. Look at this beautiful shop where they are selling them. I only see her wearing old, worn-out salwar kameez. That's a salwar kameez. Today, Ammi finished a really beautiful sari. I asked her to keep it for herself, but she said it was for selling. If we keep the saris, how will we eat? She told me with a fat frown on her forehead. Sometimes I don't quite get what Ammi says. We don't eat saris, do we? The saris are for selling, and they make money from the saris. I want my Ammi to wear the saris she makes. Sadaf always says that can happen only if we buy her the saris. But how can we? Buying means money and we don't have very much. Then I get an idea. I go and shake Sadaf awake. Let's break our galak, I tell her. We can use that money to buy Ammi a sari. Sadaf and I have been putting money into our galak. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Into our galak, all the loose change that we get when Ammi sends us to buy anything from the bazaar. The bazaar is the market. But what about the list that we have made of all the things we want to buy with the galak money? Sadaf asks. For a long time, Sadaf and I have been thinking of new ways to spend the money while the pile inside the galak slowly grew. These days, when we peep inside, we see a silver glint. The galak is full. What matters more to you, Ammi or the things? I ask Sadaf in a grown-up voice. Sadaf makes a face and mumbles, Ammi. We pull out the galak from under the bed. We go outside and smash it into pieces. The many coins come rushing out. Sadaf counts the money, but she says it's not enough. This money can buy Ammi a towel, not a sari. What do we do now, we wonder? This time, Sadaf has an idea. What if we sell all the old things lying around to Jamu Kaka, the scrap dealer? This is Jamu Kaka. Sadaf and I collect all old paper, empty bottles, and old metal tins lying around the house. We also collect whatever scrap we can find outside. Then we go to Jamu Kaka, whose shop is at the far end of the school street, and sell the junk. We get some more money. Sadaf counts it and sighs. This money can buy Ami a dupatta, not a sari. A dupatta is what you wear on top of a salwar kameez. This is a dupatta. Here's Jamu Kaka with his scales. We take the longer route home, walking through the wheat fields. The dry winds bend the golden wheat ears arranged in neat lines. They always remind me of the worshippers at Eid prayers in the village mosque. While walking, we think hard. How about coloring threads for Amina Kala? I ask after 10 minutes of walking and thinking. Amina Kala lives in the house next door. She also makes saris, but not as good as Ammi's. She sometimes asks us to color threads for her and gives us some money in return. One time, we also helped her with the weaving of a sari that she needed to finish quickly. Sadaf and I spent 2 hours coloring in the threads for Amina Kala. Good work, girls, she says, and presses some money into our hands. Sadaf adds it to the money we already have and then says, "This money is..." Just as my face starts falling, she screams, "Just enough to buy Ami a sari." We both dance off to the hearth. Cycle rickshaws clatter along the streets. Shops and shoppers fill the market. Look at all these bright colors. Today, Sadaf and I are shoppers too. From the same shop where Abba sells the saris that Ami makes, we will be buying a sari for her, a sari that she has made and she can wear. But when we give that sari to Ami, what will she say? We wonder. We don't wait long to find out and bring the biggest smile to Ami's face. Oh, look, Ami's crying. Tears of happiness. The saris of Kaun. This story takes place in Kaun, a town in the Kota district of the northern Indian state of Rajasthan. The town is known for its saris, which are made from a local fabric called Kota Doria. This fabric is woven in a special process that has been passed down through generations of weavers and often includes gold and silver zari, which are fine metallic threads. Isn't that interesting? It is believed that the weavers originally came from Mysore, now called Mysuru, a city in India's southwestern Karnataka state.